What are three rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. What is the supreme law of the land? U.S. Constitution. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? To be independent of politics. What are two examples of civic participation in the United States? Vote, join a political party. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Who appoints federal judges? The President of the United States. Name your U.S. representative. There are three branches of government. Why? Checks and balances. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name one. Freed the slaves. Emancipation Proclamation. Name one power that is only for the federal government. Print paper money. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Any citizen can vote. Women and men can vote. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War. What is the highest court in the United States? Supreme Court. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? For life. Name 2 promises that new citizens make in the oath of allegiance. Defend the U.S. Constitution. Be loyal to the United States. The American Revolution had many important events. Name one. Declaration of Independence. What does the Bill of Rights protect? The basic rights of Americans. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. James Madison is famous for many things. Name one. Fourth President of the United States. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution? Amendments. How many senators does each state have? 2. What is the capital of your state? What group of people was taken and sold as slaves? Africans. The executive branch has many parts. Name one. President of the United States. Who elects U.S. senators? Citizens from their state. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government? Executive branch. What U.S. war ended slavery? The Civil War. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States? Citizens. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. What is Veterans Day? A holiday to honor people in the U.S. military. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Vice President of the United States. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives? 2 years. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent? People in their district. During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States? Communism. Many documents influenced the U.S. Constitution. Name one. Declaration of Independence. Why did the United States enter World War I? To support the Allied powers, England, France, Italy, and Russia. Name one example of an American innovation. Airplane. Name 3 national U.S. holidays. Independence Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Name two important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Liberty, self-government. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean? Self-government. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. Who vetoes bills? The President of the United States. Why did the United States enter World War II? Bombing of Pearl Harbor. What is Independence Day? The country's birthday. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? 435. Name one power of the president. Vetoes bills. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does. Forms the government. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why? Because they have more people. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? 9. How can people become United States citizens? Naturalize. Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name one. General during World War II. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is one star for each state. What is Memorial Day? A holiday to honor soldiers who died in military service. Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War? Russia. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President of the United States.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con el estudio de estas preguntas cívicas? Recuerda que si te gustaría tener un plan de trabajo para poderlas aprender mejor, tenemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain? American Revolution. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people. What is one part of the judicial branch? Supreme Court. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War? To stop the spread of communism. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star Spangled Banner. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Cherokee. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. Why is the Declaration of Independence important? It says all people are created equal. What are two cabinet level positions? Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name one. U.S. diplomat. The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name one. Freedom. Who is the governor of your state now? Who signs bills to become laws? The President of the United States. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document? Declaration of Independence. Who elects members of the House of Representatives? Citizens from their congressional district. Why is the Electoral College important? It decides who is elected president. The President of the United States is elected for how many years? Four years. Name one power of the U.S. Congress. Writes laws. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? People of their state. Name the three branches of government. Congress, President, and the courts. Why does each state have two senators? Equal representation for small states. Name one power that is only for the states. Provide schooling and education. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators? To more closely follow public opinion. When did all women get the right to vote? 1920. Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks. War in Iraq. Why did the United States enter the Korean War? To stop the spread of communism. Why were the Federalist Papers important? They supported passing the U.S. Constitution. It is important for all men age 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why. Civic duty. George Washington is famous for many things. Name one. Father of our country. What was the Great Depression? Longest economic recession in modern history. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Why is it important to pay federal taxes? Required by law. Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one. Third President of the United States. What part of the federal government writes laws? U.S. Congress. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain? Declaration of Independence. Martin Luther King Jr. is famous for many things. Name one. Fought for civil rights. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War I. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. The Civil War had many important events. Name one. Sherman's March. There were 13 original states. Name five. New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Native Americans. Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War? To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait. What amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are U.S. citizens? 14th Amendment. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York Harbor. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War. The nation's first motto was E pluribus unum. What does that mean? We all become one. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain. High taxes. What does the president's cabinet do? Advises the President of the United States. Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one. First Secretary of the Treasury. What did the Civil Rights Movement do? Fought to end racial discrimination. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. What is the economic system of the United States? Capitalism. How long is a term for a U.S. Senator? 6 years. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why? Because of the 22nd Amendment. What is one way Americans can serve their country? Vote. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? 5. Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s. Susan B. Anthony.